EA Sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the Monterey Peninsula and Pebble Beach, live second-round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Well, if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. Our leader on this Friday is our featured golfer. His cushion is a full 4 shots as he gets set to tee off. Yeah, that's a beauty there to get this second round underway. So a big drive and not much needed to carry here for his second. Okay, on the green, but it's going to leave a putt that will get your attention. 12 feet still to go. Okay, not a bad read there on the left to right. It just comes up a little short. Safely in. It's a par here at first. And he'll remain 4 clear of the field.
Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
Another very nice tee shot. He looks awfully comfortable here with these first couple of drives. Now, from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5.
And that second shot on this par 5, it just came out too low, came out like a bullet. That first bounce, it wasn't going to stop. Second bounce wasn't going to stop, and just ran over the back.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Well done. It's a birdie here at the second. And he's going to get it to 1 under for his round and 12 under for the tournament. On to the 397-yard par 4 third, where some players drive it over the trees on the left to cut the dogleg, while others play it more conventionally. This is a pretty hole, the third. 397 yards, just a gentle dogleg to the left. And you do have the option. If you're longer, maybe you just take it up over those trees and cut the dogleg, leaving yourself very short shot in. Or you can play it out to the right, have a little bit more in, but still certainly with a good chance at birdie. So from off the fairway, his second now at 3.
Always tough to get a decent flight out of the rough. And you could see that ball was never soaring out of that light.
That is not very good at all. That could cost him.
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20. You just wish you took the shorter club now.
Well, obviously he can do better, and he's going to have to on this next putt if he wants to just get out of here with bogey, Frank.
And this one's certainly going to be, well, worth the price of admission.
Nicely judged, though it's 4-5 here at par 3. And fortunately, the lead's still a comfortable one at a full 4 shots.
Frank, this is where it becomes really obvious where you are. You're at Pebble Beach. There's the Pacific Ocean, and this begins that magnificent 7-hole stretch right along the ocean. A fun hole, not long, 331 yards up the hill. We're at the 4th.
Yeah, and each one of those 7 holes that you referred to, Rich, there's a common theme, which is don't look right, because that's pretty much the ocean the whole way around. And this one here, that decision has to be made. 330 to the front of the green. If there's a hint of a breeze, you could try and drive it. Otherwise, really, you've got to worry about that pot bunker. It's between 230 and 250 yards. But as I first said, do not go right.
And now problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. So even from the thick stuff, a chance still to possibly reach this green in regulation.
Apparently finding the thick stuff off the tee was not an issue. That's really well played.
Birdie putt now moving to his right. Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4. And he gets it to 12 under par. Here we are at the first par 3 at Pebble Beach. It's the 189-yard fifth. This was redesigned late last century by the great Jack Nicklaus, who has so much rich history here at Pebble Beach. Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. Got to at least try to cozy it in that 3-foot circle. This for birdie. Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And he'll maintain that 4-shot lead. Well, now Pebble Beach begins to really open up with some of the most famous holes in the world. We'll begin with a 498-yard par 5 6th. Pacific Ocean on the right and a row of bunkers on the left. Treacherous is a word that comes to mind. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up.
Second shot from the rough at the par 5 6th hole. You cannot help but think about what Tiger Woods did here in 2000 on his way to winning the U.S. Open. It was one of the greatest shots in the history of the sport. 7-iron from about 200 yards. Thick rough. He just lashed at it and muscled it up the hill. And Roger Malter, the announcer, said, it's just not a fair fight. He was right.
This one just about straight at it for eagle. That's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb.
Tee at number 7, and Frank, this is the shortest hole in championship golf. It is also one of the most beautiful holes in championship golf.
Yeah, it certainly is, and people assume that short is easy, but just look how small that target is.
This one has a chance to be close. That's a fun tee shot to hit right there. You know the wind is at your back. You tee it high and just let it go. Get it up there in the jet stream, and that's just what he did. He's going to love that. Yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. He moves to 15 under. Now to one of the most picturesque par 4s in the world, the 8th hole here at Pebble Beach. Jack Nicklaus, who won the U.S. Open here, called it simply the greatest second shot to a par 4 anywhere in the world. Oh boy, that has started way left. Oh, that one off the cart path.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
145 yards left, coming off a birdie on the previous, looking for 2 in a row.
Leading is one thing, but hitting iron shots like that lead is going to increase.
He's been automatic on this front side. This for birdie. Okay, right on line. That's a birdie here at the 8th. To 16 under par. We finished the front side with what is often considered the most difficult hole at Pebble Beach, 483-yard par 4 9th. Ocean all down the right and bunkers and deep rough on the left. No room for error here.
smoked that tee shot. Can't believe it finished in the first cut.
Second shot now from just a foot or two off the fairway.
And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. This is well back there and into the hill. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Okay, that's in for his par here at the 9th. And that is going to go in the books as a 30 on the front side, 5 under par.
Now beginning the inward half here at Pebble Beach, and it is some start to this backside, Frank. A big, bold par 4, once again running the entire length of the Pacific Ocean along the right.
Yeah, visually it's stunning, no doubt about that, with the world's largest hazard there on the right. So your mind does go to the left side of this fairway, but you don't want it to go too far left. Those 3 bunkers, they're very much in play. But really aim in the left side of this fairway because the fairway does kick to the right.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. This is why you practice these shots from under 100 yards. You've bombed your drive. Now it's time for the touch shot. Zip one in there close. That one is really long, Frank. He miscalculated there.
Well, there has to be something. I mean, from where he was, that's just an aberration. Seriously, that little green patch down the end there with a flag in it, that's where you're meant to go. Not like sailing over yonder.
We head now to the 370-yard par 4 11th, where ideally you'd like to favor the left side of the fairway to open up the approach into one of the smallest greens at Pebble Beach. Solid, good drive in the fairway. Little uphill to this green, Frank.
It's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Chance now for another birdie. Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
So that rushed in for par here at 11, and he'll remain well in control of this tournament.
First par 3 now on the backside. Frank, this is sort of the forgotten hole, the 12, 202 yards.
It is. It's in the corner of the golf course. If you look at the right side of the screen, it's very narrow, but that's actually the entry or the gateway. And the reason why I say that, that's the full width of the putting surface. If you're going to take the bunker on, you've got to carry the ball another 8 or 9 yards. But one thing in your favor is this hole plays 10 yards downhill.
Okay, that one's dancing. This one should work sharply to his right. It's for birdie.
Yeah, completely forgot to hit it.
No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. The 13th here at Pebble Beach is sort of a forgotten hole. It's only 401 yards of par 4, but I promise you'll remember it if you make a birdie here, and you'll have a good chance if you put it in the correct position off the tee. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. A nice round number here, an even 100 yards coming up for his second. And this going to wind up on the fringe and not particularly close either. Bit of a misstep there from a pretty good number. Yes, got the speed perfect there from off the green. The line was perfect too, and as a result, it's in for birdie.
Frank, the 14th hole, par 5, it is one of the most difficult par 5s in championship golf, isn't it?
It certainly is, Rich. Not just because of the length of the hole, 570 plus yards, but reachable only really by the longest hitters in the right conditions. But it's the third shot. I've got to rank the third shot as probably the hardest short wedge shot, right up there with the 15th hole at Augusta.
That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5. Okay, not too bad there. Now this for another birdie. in there. Birdie's now at 13 and 14. And he's just continuing to pour it on here on this Friday. Next up, the 393-yard par 4 15th. Tee shot in the fairway gives the players an excellent shot at birdie, but be careful losing it right onto that 17-mile drive. This one turning left a bit off the tee.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
See what he can do with this one. His second at the 15th. Just want to avoid the flyer lie coming out of that rough.
This is why so many players today favor distance. Good tee shot down there, nice and close to the green. Even though it's coming out of the rough, excellent chance for a birdie.
Oh, how about the run here? That a third consecutive birdie. And he continues to just build up a massive lead for the weekend.
This is a really pretty hole, the par 4 16th. What's the right line here, Frank?
Well, if you want to pick out something in the horizon there, if you look closely down there, the tallest tree in the distance, that's sort of right bang in the middle of the fairway. You will not see your tee shot land and you won't see it run out, but that's the line. Ball's back in the fairway. I guess it's better to be lucky than good.
So after the fortunate kick, his second to the par 4. This will slide a bit right. It's for birdie. Oh, missed it right. Just didn't have the right line. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. If you stop for just a moment, it can really hit you where you are and what's happened here. This 17th hole at Pebble Beach, the par 3. Jack with a 1-iron that hit the flagstick in 1972 on his way to winning the U.S. Open Championship. And then a decade later, Tom Watson from just long of the green, chipping in for a birdie to beat Jack Nicklaus. Yeah, history made here at the 17th hole. Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Boy, that was on an aggressive line. Couldn't quite get it to stop, and that will be left for par.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll stay at 20 under.
Frank, you don't need to say a whole lot. 18T, Pebble Beach.
It's such a beautiful finishing hole, Rich. Two of my favorites really are this hole here, just looking at that tee shot, and the 18th at St. Andrews because of exactly where you are. But, you know, this hole when you look at the water there, Stillwater Cove, it's so beautifully framed by the bunkers. And then when you start to look at the tee shot, you start to notice what the designer's done, just leaving the tree there in the middle of the fairway. So the decision is, do I play short, left, or right? And it's not the only tree on the hole too, because that upcoming second shot, you have another tree short right to contend with. But if there's ever a hole you want a birdie to finish, this is the one.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Now, after the big drive, this a good distance here for a second to the par 5.
Two shots around this green is always good. Now, for a little CVS, perhaps a third shot on this par 5, get one close, maybe make 4.
Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Chance now for another birdie. Oh, that took a look. I thought it might catch that right edge, but it didn't get there. So a bit of a letdown here at 18, but it is a par. And that is going to be a superb second round score of 63. Wow. So another look at the leaderboard, and you'll almost do a double take, Frank. Our featured golfer with a commanding lead through 36 holes.
So far, it's just been just a clinic again. I know I use that word a lot, Rich, but it looks like two different players. One at the top and, well, the chasers. Different league.
So for Frank Nobilo, Nota Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf.